One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No, hell no. We're trying to talk about Between Worlds.
We didn't review that already?
I don't know. We haven't warned people about
Why
it.
are we not reviewing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
You gotta do them in order, babe.
Didn't we watch that before?
Wow, this is gonna go well.
I never get any warning.
Anyway, no, but I mean, I understand One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but you know, I feel like I need some help figuring out what was going on in Between Worlds.
All right,
So
let me
let's
wrap
start.
my head around it.
Once upon a time,
There was a man named Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is getting some gas at the gas station. He's a trucker, but he just goes to a normal gas station, it looks like, in his big truck. And then there's a woman in the bathroom getting choked, and he saves her, but she was getting paid to be choked?
I don't know if
Okay, that's confusing point number one. Sorry to interrupt. But I thought she needed some money or something and was being paid to be choked in the bathroom. But then later in the movie, she's like, no, I needed to be choked because that activates my psychic power.
connection. Yeah, so I think you and I picked up on different things at different times, and we kind of like understood the movie differently.
Together, we can understand this movie.
Yeah, and I actually did have to look it up afterwards to gain an understanding of what was going on.
You cheated?
Remember when I read that World's Worst Roger Ebert critic,
Yeah.
which was the hardest thing to read ever?
So you're going to cheat on this review also.
You know, this is called doing your research. Anyway.
How you don't research another review and then review a movie?
I was trying to figure out what was one of the things I wanted to see, this is jumping ahead though, is that they were reading the book that said Nicolas Cage memoirs. Nicolas Cage was reading the book titled...
If you skip about a whole bunch of plot points, you get to a part where Nicolas Cage
and the woman that was being choked
reading from a book supposedly written by him called Memories of something.
Memoirs of Nicolas Cage. So
yeah, why that's there, I don't know. He says something about peaches, so I think that's maybe they're just throwing back to other scenes from his movies where he talks about sex-related things. That was what I got out of it.
I don't know. But back to the beginning.
Because he does have some horrible dialogues, throughout his career regarding,
Right. I couldn't really understand
such.
the tone of the movie and whether it was supposed to be funny or supposed to be taken seriously. Because things like that, like, how can you take that seriously? Like, it has to be funny, right? But, like, a lot of people wouldn't even have noticed what the book said. So, like, is it just thrown in there for Nick Cage fans and how we all like his shitty movies?
Yes. So anyway, to get back to can we do this review properly?
Anyway, back to the girl being choked. Like, I understood that she was purposely having the guy choke her to put her in the psychic state because her daughter was dying in the hospital. And somehow she has a psychic connection with her daughter in the, like, third dimension or something. We don't know why. That was never established. How she knows it or any of that was never established. That's what happens in the beginning. But we do find out later why. Sort of, I think why. Because she meets with that lady and she had paid that lady to help bring her daughter back. So apparently her daughter really did die. But then she brought back Nick Cage's ex-wife, who had died.
Look, here's what happens in the movie. Nicolas Cage goes to the gas station. He meets this lady who is trying to get to the hospital to save her fucking daughter who almost died in like a motorcycle accident or some shit. And then,
drowning.
For some reason, he ends up in the bed or in the room, in the hospital room next to the daughter. The mom is like taking a shit in the lobby or something. We don't know. She's just not there, or maybe I fell asleep during that part. And then some psychic shit happens, and Nicolas Cage's ex-wife possesses the body of the daughter who is unconscious in the bed. And then Nicolas Cage ends up befriending the woman who is grateful that Nicolas Cage drove her to the hospital to save her daughter. And then they all move in together. And then when the daughter recovers, she's possessed by Nicolas Cage's ex-wife, who, Nicolas Cage has already banged the mom,
Right.
but now he's got to bang the daughter, who is actually his ex-wife.
Who's actively seducing him because she knows that she's his ex-wife. He doesn't at first know who she is.
And basically that's the movie. Is like Nicolas Cage is like, oh God, I don't know who I should be sleeping with. Oh, and you know how Nicolas Cage is, and that's the movie.
Yeah.
Have I covered everything?
Well, we find out later.
Oh yeah, we find out later that
the
Nicolas
mom,
Cage,
the mom, sought the help of the one lady to bring her daughter back. So she did like a spell or something. Oh, and you totally forgot the girl who caused the daughter who
Nicolas
was in the
Cage's
accident.
ex-wife.
She had the two friends that were supposedly the cause of the accident.
Oh yeah, that stupid shit.
So then he and her
the
go
dude,
and rob them, accidentally kill one of them.
Robbie from Cobra Kai is in the movie. He plays one of the shit kids that gets into an accident with him, and later, I don't know what, they get involved in the movie later.
And we wonder, how does she know where they live? Because she supposedly doesn't have the girl's memories. She only has Nicolas Cage's ex-wife's memories. It's all very weird. It's all filmed very strangely.
There's a lot of shit in this movie that does not make fucking sense at all.
It sort of seems like at points he's in like the afterlife because of the way it is filmed. They go back to their old place, which is supposedly had caught on fire.
Yeah, they're in his old house.
There's that whole subplot with his daughter also died when the mom died.
Yeah, but the house. Okay, there's a part where Nicolas Cage goes back to his house where his family died because the house burned down or something. And he keeps, he's in this house that's abandoned, but sometimes the house is
normal.
Looks like a normal, it's like an empty, normal house. And sometimes it's completely burned down.
But like in a Final Fantasy sort of look.
In no look. It was just stupid.
But it looks like it's dreamy at times. But anyway, it turns out that the mom
whoever directed this shit did not have the filmmaking ability to make anything dreamy. She had the ability to make things fucking confusing.
What about when he set himself on fire? That was dreamy.
It was the worst. It was the worst. Nicolas Cage has been involved in his career with some very poor he's on fire special effects. And this just adds to the list.
Right, but come to find out, the ex-wife inhabiting the daughter's body actually purposely killed their child.
That fucking whore.
And so Nicolas Cage
Nicolas
crying.
Cage's original daughter was she was 6 or something.
Yeah.
This wasn't no teenage shit ass daughter.
And so he does this really dramatic overacting and crying and acting like he's going crazy after he finds out that she actually killed.
Okay, Nicolas Cage fans, that's like a plus point of the movie, because Nicolas Cage fans,
it definitely was.
They want a scene with Nicolas Cage freaking out and losing his shit. And this movie
also walks around in his whitey tighties.
Oh yeah, he's got his little package flopping around. Saw that. If you ever wanted to see Nicolas Cage's package flopping around while he's wearing what is the t-shirt that he wears throughout the entire movie? He wears one outfit.
Beater? Is it a wife beater?
Oh yeah, he does wear he has a wife beater sometimes, and then he has this t-shirt that had some stupid, it said something on it. I can't remember. He dresses he kind of looks more like a biker than a trucker. But he just kind of looks some pro wrestling fan meets goth. I'd describe it as that.
accurate.
Right. So anyway, I thought that the movie was not worth watching. It was difficult for me to get through. I spent the whole movie going like, what is this even about and what the fuck is going on? I didn't laugh. I didn't like any of the characters. Dialogue was all stupid. And it was just a waste of my fucking time. How did you feel?
I continued to watch it because it was so like befuddling. Like what what is really happening, what is going on. But I did laugh hysterically at certain points with the way that Nicolas Cage was portraying the scene. Like it was so
I guess
just like
I guess
hilariously
if you're a
portrayed.
Nicolas Cage completist, honestly, there's probably worse movies than this that he's in.
Yeah, I mean, Mandy was a weird one too that he was in.
I fell asleep about 10 minutes into Mandy. I remember that.
Yeah, but this one was just very. I mean, the plot was just dumb. It just didn't make. There were so many things that didn't line out and make sense, and the filming of it was confusing.
It was inept. It was like somebody wasn't good at their job, made this film.
And it's like really weird because Nick Cage has the ability to act really well, but also act terribly.
You know, he's like Nicolas Cage is like a poor man's Eric Roberts. Like he has the ability to act. It's just that most of the time he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, look, my alarm just went off. It's about time for me to go to work.
Maybe
So,
we can review One Flew Over the Cuckoo's next.
don't we have some other movie to watch before we talk about that?
Why?
I mean, not watch, talk about.
No.
We're forgetting something. Anyway, Between Worlds 2018, available on Netflix, I believe.
I think it was Netflix.
Hated it.
It was. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. Do whatever you want in this life. Goodbye.